So here I have 3 different ways that you could have solved for that problem. Now there's more than just 3 ways, but this is just 3 of the ways you could have done it. So the first one, I used the length opposite of the x, okay? So 36 divided by x equals 4 divided by 7. The second one, I chose the top length, 90 divided by x equals 10 divided by 7. And for the last one, I chose the bottom lengths, 126 divided by x equals 14 divided by 7. And as you can tell, we get a different middle step each time, but each time we end up with the same answer. So again, just proving there's more than one way you can set up a proportion. You just have to make sure that you're setting up the corresponding sides in a corresponding way so that everything works out. So hopefully that one worked out for you, but your answer should be 63. And again, you only had to do it one way. I wanted to show you that you could have done it multiple ways. All right, we're gonna wrap up today's lesson with a word problem for number 8. The sun's rays strike a light pole and a student at the same angle, forming 2 similar triangles. How tall is the lamppost? Nope, sorry, not lamppost, light pole. Kind of similar. Round to the nearest hundredth. Okay. The sun's rays strike a light pole and a student at the same angle, forming 2 similar triangles. How tall is the light pole round to the nearest hundredth? Now, for this problem and for your problems on your homework, you are going to need to create a drawing to represent the situation. You're going to have to label the different parts of the drawing. And then obviously you're going to solve for the missing part. Okay. So let's work on this drawing. So we have a sun, pretty sun. You can put a face in it, whatever. Make sure it's appropriate. We have our sun, and it has its rays, and it's striking a light pole. Okay. No one's judging your drawing. We have our light pole. Light pole. And then we have a student. Obviously, we want to kind of draw them proportional. And we got some hair, got a face. Okay, so we have the sun forming that light, okay? So it's kind of shining down. It's like shining down. And what ends up happening is it creates that shadow. Okay, right? It creates a shadow. So you might need to know some more information about this. Okay, so with this information, I'm going to tell you that the shadow of the light pole is 8 feet and the shadow of the student is 3 feet. And then I'm going to tell you that the student is 5 feet tall, and we do not know how tall the light pole is. Okay, so we're going to set up a proportion and solve. So we have x divided by 8 equals 5 divided by 3. And again, I could set it up multiple ways, but this is one way. Cross multiply, we get 3x equals 40. And when I divide by 3, okay, you will see that that does not simplify as a fraction, but since it's a word problem, we round to our hundredths. So 40 divided by 3, rounding to the hundredth, which is the first decimal. We look to the second, see if it needs to be rounded. It doesn't. So we would have x equals 13.3, and you always need a label, so 13.3 feet. So we have our drawing. We have represented the different parts that will be given to you in your word problems, and then we solve for the missing information, which was how tall is the light pole. Go ahead and show your notes and get your homework.